Hi, my name's Shanda Kilborn. I'm VP of Corporate Development and Investor Relations at Exploits Discovery. I'm here with Jeff Swinoga, our President and CEO. We just had an investor lunch. We're downtown Toronto today, and we're looking forward to getting the word out there more so this summer and into the fall with groups of investors. We recently released our first set of drill results from the current program, and we're here just to give you a quick summary of what we said at the lunch.
Yeah, well, great. Thanks, Shannon. It was a real pleasure to have investors come out and talk with us about the company. Shannon mentioned last week we had our results out. 67 grams over 3.3 meters was our best drill result. We're talking gold here, and it's really good results early on. So we had this investor luncheon to create awareness. We walked them through the story, how this gold rush started 4.5 years ago with New Found Gold, and we were able to pick up a lot of great property on this Appleton Fault. Like New Found's had about 20 gold discoveries, 800 million market cap company, and we're hopefully following in those footsteps. Currently, our market cap's only about 13 million, about 6 in cash, and so I guess the current news was the drill results that came out recently. We're hoping to get the next set of drill results out in the next week or two. So we're watch out for that, and then kind of follow us and see how the drill results are going. The key thing here, and we'll show a graphic on this, but we're along the Appleton Fault. There's a number of splays that sort of have gold mineralization. And our first program last year, we found the Horseshoe gold discovery. And then this year, with this year's program, we announced the Saddle Zone on only 3 drill results because the drills were quite good. So anyway, so we're following another splay that comes off the Appleton, and we'll show you a graphic, but it basically hit it a couple times last year in our last year's drill program, and we're hoping that continues to be mineralized across the trend, but we have to do the work. So early days, but very encouraging.
So Jeff, do you want to give a couple examples of the key takeaways, both near term and longer term for the company, and that we mentioned at the lunch today?
Yeah, so starting off with sort of the nearest term one is the drill results following up on our first couple holes at the Saddle Zone that we announced last week. But there's lots more information coming out. We've got the new seismic survey. The interpretation's happening with a great company called High Size. So hopefully we'll get that out in the next month or two. And the key there is to look at whether the gold mineralization, the structures we see go further at depth. I mean, we have to drill them to find out the gold's there, but at least seeing the structures, because orogenically things come from below, right? So that's going to be very important. We've also got a lot more televiewer, like downhole imaging that we're doing on the current holes to see where this trend could follow. So that's very important. And also we're following up on the till samples at Gazebo. And just to remind everyone, Gazebo is a very large property, 8 kilometers along the Appleton Fault. We found 3 hotspot areas where the gold grain counts are 14 times more than background. So Bullseye is fantastic. It's near term. We're drilling. We got results out already, which is great on our program this year. We see there's a lot more, I think, to Bullseye than people realize on the smaller property. But Gazebo is a large property. You could fit, 5 to 6 bullseyes within Gazebo. So we need to get to that property with Bullseye or after Bullseye. So that's probably the key takeaways, Shanda.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So we recently had one of our highest volume of trading days last week after we announced our results. Do you want to talk a little bit more about that?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So we traded over 11 million shares last Monday. We had our results. So I mean, a lot of companies don't have necessarily the liquidity we have from our share price, our share volume. And but it was great to see. And obviously, there's a lot of eyes on us, and we want to create more awareness for our drilling program, of course.
So this recent phase of drilling was initially scheduled for 2,500 meters. Once we have the results out from that, what's the plan after?
Yeah, so great early results that we have, as we talked about. But so want to understand how this mineralization is trending. So, for example, we've been doing televiewer downhole, and it really gives you a great image of the sort of outside of the drill hole, undisturbed. And what's that helped with the current program is that we're able to kind of vector towards where the trend could be with respect to where the quartz is moving in the mineralized zone. So we want to do that with the current holes that we're drilling to make sure that as we we don't want to lose the trend. We want to follow it, and hopefully it gets bigger and better. And that's the goal. But yeah, so we're probably going to take a small pause to make sure that we can do this televiewer, understand where we go next, because there's this splay that's kind of trending to that northeast, and we don't want to lose it. We want to make sure that we're on trend. It almost looks like a bit of a parallel Appleton Fault if you see the imagery there. And so that's the key thing, to make sure that we're following in footsteps. We want to have a high probability of success, like we've had historically, and we want to make sure that we're doing the best for shareholders in the use of funds that we have with our drilling program.
So during the lunch, we also talked about Newfound's recent results at depth. Do you want to give a quick summary on, or how about telling everybody just a quick summary on that? And
yeah, well, Newfound's a different company. Like, we're Exploits Discovery, but I mean, it was big news. I think it really went under the radar, at least what I saw. And the reason it's important, because they went down 3 kilometers to see how the structure kind of trends down below. And what they did is they actually started drilling deep to see underneath their current mineralization around 300 meters, is there something deeper? Almost like, is there something like a Fosterville down below? Like Fosterville being one of the most profitable high-grade mines in the world for gold. That's the thought here. So the good news, they hit down below. I think it's like 800 meters or 1,000 meters, but a kilometer. But Melissa Render did a great video talking about it from Newfound. So if you haven't had a chance to look at it, and what that means for them, it's great for Newfound Gold, of course. I mean, maybe they have 3 times more than what they currently have. Who knows, right? And drilling has to confirm that. But I mean, from an exploits perspective, maybe there's something deeper for us as well, because orogenic flows tend to move up, and we're really just 4.5 years behind Newfound Gold in the sense that we're drilling about 300 meters down. We haven't done any deep drilling, but maybe as we move forward and the success that they have, as they continue to have success, maybe that's something we'll entertain as well. But the good news is that it doesn't stop at about 300 meters, it looks like, and it looks like it continues at depth.
great.
Yeah.
With this new program, this is our first marketing initiative since having these results, and we're looking forward to increasing our marketing efforts over the coming months. We will be attending some conferences this fall as well. We're looking forward to that, and hopefully we'll have our remaining results before too long.
Yeah, that's a great point. Like, we're starting to do some more media interviews and really just kind of getting the word out here, because it is in the summer. It's nice to have good results during the summer, but a lot of people are away. So hopefully videos like this, we just want people to stay tuned, stay aware. Again, it's a great story if you haven't followed it yet. We're also having a site visit in Gander, Newfoundland coming up in the middle of August. We've got a number of investors that are going to be seeing the core that's coming out, and just meeting the people. Honestly, we've got a great all-local team in Gander, Newfoundland. Can't say enough about how proud we are to have that team working with us, and they'll hopefully see what we see and share the excitement that we get almost every single day working with this company.